Listen, the Bengals have a really important free agency coming up. No exaggeration, this is the most pivotal offseason of the Joe Burrow, Zach Taylor led era. And what they do and how they handle it um, is going to determine if this is going to be a team that's going to be able to hoist the Lombardi trophy or will they be talking about what could have been. This next series that I'm rolling out is a really complex one. Hate to call for people's job, hate to even discuss potentially moving on from people, but we have to have, you know, the dialogue. We have to have the back and forth. And, the first player that we're going to spotlight here is Alex Cappa. What to do? The Bengals were abysmal from the guard spot this year. Joe Burrow was the most hit quarterback in the National Football League and still put up gaudy numbers, still was in a lot of people's eyes the MVP, well, the uncrowned MVP. One could say throughout Joe Burrow's career, he has not had the proper offensive line help. I believe in the two tackles that he has and guys like Amarius Mims and Orlando Brown Jr., but the guard spots have been leaving a lot to be desired. I do think that they got a little bit of stability with Ted Karras at the center position, although that's going to be ticking soon, right? They're going to have a decision to make in the future regarding what to do at the center spot. Who is their center of the future? Is it Matt Lee? Is it somebody that's not on the roster? Who knows? But let's start with Alex Cappa, the Bengals starting right guard. Alex Cappa had a PFF grade this year of a 50.5, 71st amongst 77 eligible interior offensive linemen. His pass block grade, abysmal, 39.7, 69th out of 73 eligible guards, and his run blocking grade was a 54.9, 62nd out of 73 eligible guards. That left so much to be desired. And that kind of when we dive into the numbers, right? We look at Joe Burrow being the most pressurized quarterback, the most hit quarterback. It tells the story. It paints a picture itself. How long can number 9 keep taking these hits over and over and over again? Which brings me to the next part. You're a Bengals fan. Do you think that the new offensive line coach, Scott Peters, can correct the issues that Alex Cappa has? Can Scott Peters and Zach Taylor and Dan Pitcher get on the same page? Because it's very clear Frank Pollock, Zach Taylor, and Dan Pitcher, Brian Callahan, who was here, were never on the same page. Can they unlock the Alex Cappa that we saw, I don't know, from his days in Tampa or even his first year in Cincinnati, second year in Cincinnati, he was putting up respectable numbers. It seems like there's been a bit of regression since then, to be quite honest with you. This year just completely fell off a cliff. Now, we knew there were nagging injuries, so on and so forth. But when you're paying a guy to do a job, uncomfortable conversations have to happen when that job is not getting done. And so for the Bengals, the analysis, right? You have to look at yourself and you just have to say, does what you're paying for, does it meet your expectations? And if it doesn't, do you think you can build upon that? Do you think that can get better? The cost and analysis says, well, it probably makes more sense to move off a guy in Alex Cappa. If you were to cut an Alex Cappa, you save $8 million this year. What could the Bengals do with $8 million? Currently sitting with $46 million. That's before any cuts. When we move off a guy like Alex Cappa, what does that look like for this team? With an extra $8 million in their pocket, that puts them over 50 plus million. What could this team do in free agency? Listen, I am no judge or jury, but I'm looking for you to be. Let me know down in the comment section what you would do. Would you move off of Alex Cappa? Should the Bengals move off of Alex Cappa? Sound off in the comment section. If you like more video content like this, give this video a like, subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications so you guys never miss when we go live or upload content from our TWSN studios.